you're here at our Austin Travis County Emergency Operations Center, and we have with us today my staff and the staff of Travis County and the other counties, and also a lot of our partner agencies that are here to talk to you about the preparations that we've already made and we make every year for the hurricane season.
It's interesting, if you go back to 1995, the first year of this active Atlantic hurricane cycle, this makes the 11th out of 13 years that we've had a June named storm. So we are in a period now of increased tropical activity, and last year we had 15 named storms, the long-term average is 10. Just to give you an idea, now we didn't have many storms strike land, but still we had a large number of storms, and the only hurricane that did strike land was on the Texas coast. If you look at what's going on in the Atlantic right now as far as sea surface temperatures, those waters are well above the threshold that we typically need to get tropical storm activity. In fact, off the Texas, Louisiana, and Mexican coast, those water temperatures are running well above normal where they should be for this time of the year.
This season, we're prepared to handle over 25,000 evacuees in more than 75 shelters in Travis, Williamson, and Hays counties. We've trained personnel as shelter managers. We're utilizing our schools and our school districts to support us in those shelters, and we're prepared to train volunteers throughout the region to assist in operation of those shelters. This is an unprecedented effort of local government, the American Red Cross, our school districts, and dozens of agencies, some of whom are with us today. Many of them are with us today. It is an unprecedented effort to bring everyone together for this central cause of being able to shelter these hurricane evacuees.
We identified high schools and middle schools in the three-county area that could potentially serve as school district shelters, if you will. When we did this process, we identified non-campus facilities as the first open and the last closed. We also agreed that we would not use elementary schools for shelters under any circumstances, because the facilities themselves do not lend themselves, both in terms of their locations and their sizes, to shelter operations. So we worked that through very, very carefully. We also did all of our planning under the premise that, as Bob pointed out, since hurricane season extends into November and schools start in August, a big chunk of hurricane season, especially the busiest part of hurricane season for Texas, falls during the school year.
As you can understand, 75 shelters sheltering 25,000 people will take hundreds and hundreds of volunteers. And we've worked to pre-train those shelter managers who will actually operate the shelters. But we will need hundreds more spontaneous volunteers to step up in that time of need. So we have worked together with all our partner agencies to create volunteer resource centers throughout the city of Austin. The city is providing us with 6 recreation centers that we've already pre-designated that will allow us to make the call for our community to come and volunteer. At those centers, people will be able to step forward, they will be screened, we will actually do criminal background checks right there at that moment, we will provide them with training, and they will be deployed and badged out to the shelters, and we can do this very, very quickly. We will actually be the first people to ramp up in such an emergency, because we want to have those staff in place before those shelters need to be open.